Tempe, Arizona. The turnovers, floundering rushing attack and overmatched defense were afterthoughts for USC on Saturday night. It faced few problems at Arizona State. The Trojans, who looked woeful a week earlier in their second-worst loss ever to longtime rival Notre Dame, a thumping that also dashed their hopes of a college football playoff appearance, put together a dominant performance in a 48-17 victory over the Sun Devils. "It's a big confidence builder for our team," center Nico Falah said. "It's a feel-good win." Previous Southern California running back Ronald Jones II runs the ball as Arizona State's J.J. Wilson closes in to make the tackle during the first half of an NCAA college football game, Saturday, October 28, 2017, in Tempe, Arizona. AP photo Ralph Freso, Southern California defensive backs Marvell Tell III, 7, Jalen Greene, 10, and Jack Jones try to knock down a pass in the end zone intended for Arizona State receiver Harry Keel, center, during the first half of an NCAA college football game, Saturday, October 28, 2017, in Tempe, Arizona. Arizona State's Kyle Williams, 10, came up with the catch for a touchdown to end the half. AP photo Ralph Freso, Southern California quarterback Sam Darnold throws the ball prior to an NCAA college football game against Arizona State, Saturday, October 28, 2017, in Tempe, Arizona. AP photo Ralph Freso, Southern California head coach Clay Helton fires up his players prior to an NCAA college football game against Arizona State, Saturday, October 28, 2017, in Tempe, Arizona. AP photo Ralph Freso, Southern California wide receiver Deontay Burnett, 80, catches a touchdown pass as Arizona State defensive back Chase Lucas, 24, defends during the first half of an NCAA college football game, Saturday, October 28, 2017, in Tempe, Arizona. AP photo Ralph Freso, Southern California wide receiver Tyler Vaughns, 21, eludes the tackle of Arizona State defensive back Kobe Williams on a touchdown catch and run during the first half of an NCAA college football game, Saturday, October 28, 2017, in Tempe, Arizona. AP photo Ralph Freso, Southern California wide receiver Tyler Vaughns, 21, runs to end zone ahead of Arizona State linebacker DJ Calhoun on a touchdown catch and run during the first half of an NCAA college football game, Saturday, October 28, 2017, in Tempe, Arizona. AP photo Ralph Freso, Arizona State quarterback Manny Wilkins, 5, throws a pass as he is pressured by Southern California defensive lineman Jalen Greene, 94, during the first half of an NCAA college football game, Saturday, October 28, 2017, in Tempe, Arizona. AP photo Ralph Freso, Arizona State quarterback Manny Wilkins, 5, is sacked by Southern California defensive lineman Jalen Greene, 94, during the first half of an NCAA college football game, Saturday, October 28, 2017, in Tempe, Arizona. AP photo Ralph Freso, Southern California quarterback Sam Darnold, 14, throws a touchdown pass to wide receiver Tyler Vaughns during the first half of an NCAA college football game against Arizona State, Saturday, October 28, 2017, in Tempe, Arizona. AP photo Ralph Freso, Southern California running back Ronald Jones II runs the ball as Arizona State's J.J. Wilson closes in to make the tackle during the first half of an NCAA college football game, Saturday, October 28, 2017, in Tempe, Arizona. AP photo Ralph Freso, Southern California defensive backs Marvell Tell III, 7, Jalen Greene, 10, and Jack Jones try to knock down a pass in the end zone intended for Arizona State receiver Harry Keel, center, during the first half of an NCAA college football game, Saturday, October 28, 2017, in Tempe, Arizona. Arizona State's Kyle Williams, 10, came up with the catch for a touchdown to end the half. AP photo Ralph Freso, next. 1 of 10. Southern California defensive backs Marvell Tell III, 7, Jalen Greene, 10, and Jack Jones tried to knock down a pass in the end zone intended for Arizona State receiver Harry Keel, center, during the first half of an NCAA college football game, Saturday, October 28, 2017, in Tempe, Arizona. Arizona State's Kyle Williams, 10, came up with the catch for a touchdown to end the half. AP photo Ralph Freso. Number 21 USC never trailed and moved ahead by as many as 28 points in the first half over resurgent Arizona State. Many of the fans in the announced crowd of 53,446 at Sun Devil Stadium started to head for the exits at halftime. "You never want that lingering mentality coming off a loss," USC coach Clay Helton said. "Usually, the better teams clear it out. That's what these kids did tonight. They had their jaws set and played some of their best football of the season. They did an about-face." At Notre Dame, USC's often uneven offense was held scoreless in the first half for the first time in 7 seasons. At Arizona State, it scored 31 points over the first 2 quarters and amassed almost 400 yards, a total which at that point had eclipsed its offensive production in 3 previous games this season, at Cal, at Washington State, at Notre Dame, when the unit had failed to muster much more than 300 yards. The Trojans, 7-2, 5-2 in the Pac-12, took an early lead in the important Pac-12 South Division contest after they found the end zone on their opening drive, when quarterback Sam Darnold hit receiver Deontay Burnett for a 32-yard touchdown, the first of 3 scoring tosses. Darnold completed 19 of 35 passes for 266 yards. Although he fumbled on a sack on a 4th down in the second quarter, the heralded passer did not throw an interception for only the second time this season. It was the only turnover of the game, the first time this season that the Trojans did not have at least 2. The showing by the offense came against an Arizona State defense that had undergone a mid-season revival under first-year coordinator Phil Bennett. As the Sun Devils, 4-4, 3-2, had posted consecutive upsets of number 12 Washington and Utah the previous 2 weeks, they had held each of the teams to a touchdown apiece. Within the first quarter, USC had scored 2. Running back Ronald Jones was a scoring threat, adding 216 rushing yards on 18 carries, an average of 12 yards per attempt. "Whenever we have the run game going, whenever we can do that, it helps me out a lot," Darnold said. "It leaves some pressure and some holes in the secondary." USC, which was held to -4 rushing yards in the first half against the Fighting Irish, totaled 341 at Arizona State. Jones reached the end zone on runs of 64 yards and 67 yards. As he broke through the line of scrimmage on both runs and outran defenders along the sideline, Jones credited the offensive line for springing him loose. Then, Jones said, "It comes out to a race." After his 67-yard touchdown run in the third quarter gave the Trojans a 21-point lead, USC's players celebrated in the end zone in front of the Arizona State student section. As they retreated back to their sideline, Chuma Edoga, the right tackle, waved at the fans, as if to say, "Goodbye." "They whooped our butts," Arizona State coach Todd Graham said. "They outcoached us and outplayed us, and they deserve the credit." The Trojans finished with 607 yards of total offense and kept Arizona State to 357 total yards, including 79 yards on the ground. Their defense brought back nose tackle Josh Fatu, who was out last Saturday because of a concussion, and outside linebacker Porter Gustin, who had missed 5 straight games with toe and biceps injuries. Last week, they gave up 377 rushing yards to Notre Dame, their worst effort ever since Helton had been named interim coach midway through 2015. "We were just playing fast and physical," defensive end Jalen Greene said. "That was the key." USC had 6 sacks, including 3 by outside linebacker Uchenna Nwosu. It did not allow a touchdown by the Sun Devils until a bizarre sequence right before halftime. On the final play of the second quarter, Arizona State quarterback Manny Wilkins' pass to Kyle Williams was ruled down just short of the end zone. The teams were allowed to leave the field and enter the locker rooms, while a replay review followed. After at least 5 minutes, the play was overturned and ruled a touchdown. Williams, it was determined, had caught the ball in the end zone before falling out to the 1-yard line. USC players said an official entered their locker room and asked them to return for a pat. "I thought it was a prank or something at first," Greene said. "It was super confusing," receiver Michael Pittman said, "because we got in the locker room and we were getting hyped. And then everyone was like, hold up, we got to go back out. And then we just went back out." With the touchdown, USC's halftime lead was 31-10 instead of 31-3. As USC's players walked out of the locker room outside Sun Devil Stadium just before midnight Saturday, they reveled in their performance, a turnaround and contrasting effort from their previous week against the Fighting Irish. "You guys asked what we fixed, and you saw it," linebacker Cameron Smith said. The rout of the Sun Devils set up a critical Pac-12 South contest with Arizona next week at the Coliseum, with the winner to take a critical step in the division race. The Wildcats, 6-2-4-1, led by dual-threat quarterback Khalil Tate, have won 4 straight games and trail the Trojans by a half game in the division standings. "I praise this team because we never stopped fighting," Helton said. "We knew we had a lot to play for. We're sitting here in the first place and control our own destiny. We knew that this was the next step."